Hello and welcome to KGB Live. This is KGB, your host. Like always, on this Wednesday evening. Hello, everyone. Glad to be on here again. Sorry I wasn't on here Sunday. I was working at the ski hill, and I apologize. I did not get on here during the week. Just very busy with a lot of stuff going on with life. So, um, anyway, you probably want to hear what happened this weekend regarding the subject successful or failed. So we will get to that momentarily, but let me talk to you about the weekend. So, anyway, on Friday, I hung out with a friend. We did, just went out, had some fun, and then came um, Saturday. So Saturday was a very fun day. So I didn't think this was gonna work out in a way, but it did in a way. So let me get to it. So anyway, we went to a place in Germantown to see a buddy play in the band. And my goal was to have this girl drive me there, and then she would be acting like somebody I was talking to. So I was like, oh, let's try this out. Let's make this happen. Well, yada yada yada. Well, at first this plan was all set, and Haley messages me and says, "Hey, I can't go. I don't want to be driving out there." I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Um, so I said to myself, well, we could do this couple ways. One, the girl can meet me there and then it can happen. Or number two, I would, have to, um, take her with me and then meet Haley there. But anyway, we did it the other way around. I had to pick up Haley, and take her to the concert that day. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So anyway, um, we get to the concert. It's me, Haley, my friend, and the thing we did was the girl that was supposed to come couldn't come due to something that came up. It was, I don't know what it was, but anyway, so I was like, crap. We're back to stage one. Haley's here. I don't know who I can do. Bring this on. So I said to myself, I'm like, well, let's see who I know around here to, maybe make something, that jealous kind of feel. So anyway, um, I wasn't planning on doing this, but we did it anyway. Shelby was there, which I didn't know, but anyway, Shelby was there, and I messaged Shelby, and I said to Shelby, I'm like, hey, can you do me a huge favor? I know this is asking a lot from you, but I want to do this to see what reaction I get regarding to Haley. So anyway, she's like introduces to her, but at first, even before that, when I saw Shelby, I'm like, ah, crap. Haley's here. Shelby's here. This is not good. Haley's going to talk to Shelby. Shelby's going to talk to Haley. The thing's going to come out. It's not going to be a good thing. Well, it never came out. Thank God. So that's a plus part. But anyway, I told Shelby, I'm like, hey, can you do me a big favor? Can you pretend to, be, all over me, talking to me, being that lover, you know, um, mentality, I will say, moving forward. And she's like, who? And I said, her, the one you just met. She's like, oh, she's really cute. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to see what happens here. She's like, yeah, I'll do it. So she tells her date because she brought a date. I felt bad for the date, but I was like, hey, can you just, please, let me do this, see where it goes, etc. So anyway, Shelby gets all over me. She's like, talking to me, flirting with me, touching with, we were just like having great conversations. And, I went to the bar, grabbed the beer, and then Haley was, dancing. And at first I was dancing with Haley and I said, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something. And Haley's like, oh, okay. So I'll grab a beer, come back, and then I'm hanging out with Shelby. So anyway, I'm talking to Shelby and Haley. I wanted to be in an area where Haley could see me. And I was just like, hey, Shelby, pretend like, let's, blah, 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 blah. And Shelby's like, oh, okay. So we're talking, and all of a sudden, Haley comes up and she's just like giving me this weird stare. And she's like, I didn't want to be over there. I want to be by you. I just didn't feel comfortable over there. And she just was acting weird regarding it and didn't ask who the person was. I don't know why she didn't do that. Um, Usually, somebody that, else that I'm talking to, the lady would be like, "Why? Who is this? What? But anyway, just never said anything until like later, in the night, when we were talking. She finally, like halfway through the night, when I was talking with Shelby, she's like, "Oh, who's this?" I was like, "This is Shelby. This is who I'm talking to." And Shelby was like, "Yeah, yeah, we're talking. We're now blah blah blah." And she kind of gives me this weird look like, what's going on? And I was just like, oh no, we're just talking. um I decided to have her out here. We're some drinks, enjoy a show. But yeah. And every time I left, I told Shelby, I'm like, hey, this is Haley, a good friend of mine. Just want to let you know that. And just, it was funny. Like her face was just like confused. And I could tell she was a little irritated because I could tell by her face expression. She was just like, who's this? What is he trying to do? Like, this is not what I was thinking of. And I'm just like, well, sweetheart, this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. You're not telling me the whole truth. And stuff like that. So I was just like, you are just playing around too much, girl, playing around too much. But Shelby did it so great. So I went back to dancing with Haley a little bit. And again, I went back to Shelby and I was like, let's try this again. Let's see what happens again. So I went back to Shelby. We started dancing. We started, pretending we were a couple. And she comes up to me again. She's like, oh, I just wanted to come over by you again because, I didn't want to be dancing alone and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to, and I'm like, all these signs is because you're just trying, you're one, jealous. I could tell you were jealous. Two, this is working and I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. And anyway, she was, all jealous. She bought me drinks the whole night. Haley, like literally, let's go grab drinks. Let's do this. Like, let's do that. Like, she was very clean the night that we hung out. Like, let's grab drinks again. Like, let's go outside. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me away from Shelby, quote unquote, because you're jealous. So it worked and it was great. I mean, I looked at my friend, I'm like, it's working. It's working. And he's just like, yeah, it is working. I'm just like, oh, but it is working. This is fantastic. I'm liking it and so forth. So anyway, night ends and we're in the car. It's me, Haley, and my friend. And the thing was too is my friend was like, oh, like getting into weird questions, like really bizarre questions. And she was just like, back to the two-face thing, I don't want to be dating. I had a toxic relationship and blah 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 and da 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 da. I'm just like, honey, listen, you were super jealous at the bar. I could totally tell it. You were coming up to me. You were asking me to do stuff that you usually never do, because of this or that. But this time you were jealous. I could tell. Just tell me what's going on. And she was a little tipsy, but I was just like, I got you. I know exactly what you're trying to do. And the other thing is, note to all the fans out there, Colton is not with her. Colton actually has a girlfriend, so that's another thing that I noted. I was like, okay, so Colton's not in the picture anymore. So that was interesting. I found that out a couple days ago. And then the other thing is too, my friend who was hanging out with us this past weekend says, Kyle, or KGB, did you hear about Hinge? And I'm like, what do you mean Hinge? Like, and if anybody doesn't know what Hinge is a dating app. So he's like, yeah, apparently your girl or Haley's on Hinge. And I'm like, no. And apparently, supposedly, what he saw, it looked just like her. I don't know if it was, but he asked that stupid the question saying, "Oh, you're on Hinge," and she's like, "No," and like I don't know if she was on Hinge. I don't have the app. But she's like, "No, I don't. I think I'm getting catfished." I'm just like, Haley, tell me the truth if you have Hinge. I'm not gonna be mad. I just want to know. But apparently she was like doubting it the whole time, and I'm just like, oh, okay, okay, see you. But anyway, yeah, it worked during the weekend. I was great. I was happy. It worked. I wanted to see her reaction, but it was fantastic. So, um, I guess it's great. So anyway, next weekend, we're doing close to the same thing. So there's a concert in Oconomowoc, same band, and she's going to be there, and I'm going to try to get another girl there. I'm going to try to get maybe one or two girls this time and see again. So this thing's going to get bigger and bigger and a lot more, flirty in a way. So I'm going to try it again with her and be like, bring two ladies this time, or even one, but somebody different, and be like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, yeah. And then see what it goes again. But again, the first time worked. And hopefully this works again because it's funny to watch. It is actually really funny. Her face is just like, really? Or like, what's going on? Why is, point of this? But yeah, it's great. I I love it. Why would you do what do you mean? That's not, I don't get what you mean. Why would you do it again? Because the reason why I would do it again is, one, it was funny as hell. It was great. Um because now I want to see, her. I actually liked seeing that reaction. It was actually kind of funny. So I want to kind of see it again. And now with two people, like two girls coming, and like she's just gonna be like, how is this even happening? How is this, guy like, doing this? How, like, what's happening? Like she gets confused. Like, and the other thing too is she'll get confused um that I'm with this one girl, and then all of a sudden it's a different girl, and she's gonna be like, why is he black? Back and forth. It's kind of funny. So I kind of want to play it off again, but just a lot bigger and a different person this time. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I will see if I can get a video this time. I know it's just weird kind of showing a video, because then like it's obvious in a way. It's like, oh yeah, you're videotaping. So yeah. But yeah, that was, other than that, the night was great. I liked the place where they played. That was a really cool place. It's called Bubs. Huge place. So that was good. What else? I'm trying to think what else happened this weekend. Oh, I taught a lot this weekend. There's no Ruckus at the Rock this year, which sucks because of COVID. So I realized that. That was just a terrible thing to hear. What else? What else? Yeah, so I mean, it was great this weekend, guys. It was great. I mean, I love it. I love it. When you look at that scenario, and this girl's playing you, and she's like playing it off like she's super cool and like, oh my god, this is, blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh my god, this is great. So, but anyway, the people that are just got on here, the plan worked. She was jealous. And again, we're doing it again this next weekend in Oconomowoc. Um, if you guys kind of want to watch this, I'll be at one of the bars in Oconomowoc. So definitely, you guys should. If you guys want to come and check it out, that'd be great. Um, but play it cool. Play it cool. Anyway, to answer your question, Zach. So I tried getting somebody to come. Late. There was a something came up with the individual, and so couldn't go. So I actually funny story I told people on here. Shelby was the person that was the person to go to and pretend to be all flirty, yada yada yada. So again, it was really fun, and it was just a great time. I was just like, huh, this is fantastic. Like you're I don't know, you're just falling for it. Yeah, we should have a buddy record it from a distance. We could do that. Yeah, Shelby. I asked her, she was on a date, like I said, felt bad for the dude, but I told the dude, I'm like, hey, I just want to see how this is, go. But it worked. It worked. So I'm not complaining with that. I'm not complaining. Um, what else? Plans for the week. On my agenda. It's Lent again. Obviously, it's Lent. If nobody knows what Lent is, it's a church thing. So every Wednesday they have Lent, and then there's Monday, Thursday, and Palm Sunday, and Easter, and Good Friday. So it's part of church. I went to a funeral on Monday, which was really, really sad. I had one of our ushers captains pass away from cancer, blood cancer. It was I don't know what kind of cancer it was, but all that I knew was something with blood and cancer and stuff like that. So went to the funeral. I feel really bad. Great guy. Did a lot for our church. Actually helped build our church, and he'll be remembered in many ways. So rest in peace, Bob. You were a great guy. So it was very hard to see, that. But even though he wasn't a family member to me, he was part of a family in church. As the ushers, I would say the ushers is like a family. But it was very hard. So I'm gonna have to replace him for ushering. So I'm gonna try to find that this week, hopefully, or weekend to replace him. So that was hard in a way too. The other one I also heard about too is another person that died. He works at not his uncle died. He's related to a person at Wisconsin Lutheran. Last name of Billets. So it was the uncle. Again, rest in peace to that individual too. Very sad. But the thing that's weird about people who die, like, and I've realized this too. It's weird. Like, I don't know if you guys see this. I see this, but it's really bizarre. Is people die in pairs, and it's like the weirdest thing. Like, somebody dies, and then literally either that day or the following week or that week somebody else dies. It's like just bizarre. I don't know if it's just part of life or it's just like it's so weird. I hate it personally. I absolutely hate it. So yeah. Oh yeah. The other thing too, yeah, I forgot to talk about that. How did Tiger Woods crash? Was he drinking? They said that they didn't find anything in his body, supposedly. But the thing is, one, I think this guy should retire because he's had so many surgeries. He's had back surgery. His legs are destroyed, so I don't know how he's gonna play. He's lucky to be alive. It could have been like another Kobe crash, I would say. Not a helicopter this time, obviously a car, but he had to be going super fast. One, two. I mean, the way you're, either going that fast and turn a corner. I mean, they were saying he went over the median, and I mean he did, and I mean it was a pretty big drop by the way that car looked. And again, I'm surprised he's even alive because that part of the car was not even there anymore. So I mean, I heard he's doing well, so that's good. But I made a kind of a joke out of it, but I don't know how you guys would feel about this. But one of the guys asked me at work at the ski hill. He's like, did you hear about Tiger's crash? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what do you think about it? I was like, maybe it was his ex-wife trying to chase him to hit him with another club for, going after another woman. he was kind of like laughing, but I was just kind of like laughing too. But um, that was a thing that I said. I don't know why I thought of it, but it's something that I brought up. So it was rough when I said that, but it was funny. Um, yeah, but I hope he's doing fine. Because I know in past experiences when he had back surgery, he had pills and he got arrested for that. So, and he again with his ex-wife, going after somebody else too. Got caught with that. So I mean, there's a lot of things with Tiger that personally, great guy, what I seen with his career, but he's had some bumps in the road. And to be honest with you, I think he should retire. I don't think he's that great of a golfer anymore. I think he's like the Tom Brady of golf. He's the GOAT of golf. And the thing is, just again retire. Let somebody else win, like the Masters or the Ryder or whatever. Like just let other people win. I like move on. You have how many blooming coats, rings, whatever. Just get out of here. So just get out of here. Um, but yeah, I would say that. Other news too. This is with the All-Star game. That's happening in, I think, Atlanta, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. I think a couple of people that are on the All-Star team this year it's stupid. One, I think Chris Paul should not even be in there. I don't think Chris Paul should not even be in there. I don't think he should have, made it. I think Devin Booker should have made it. The guy from the Bulls, debatable. The guy from the Magic even too. I'm just like, why him? Why, like, what's going on? I mean, Giannis, a couple other people that are on it. Yeah, I mean, like Bradley Beal, and a couple other people too. I was just like, yeah, those people, but there's a couple of them in there. I'm just like, dude, you shouldn't even be in there. I mean, Chris Middleton could have taken their place, but again, Chris Middleton didn't even make the All-Star team, which sucks, but what are you going to do? Will J.J. Watt go to the Packers? I heard he's got an option between 3 teams. First team, I know is the Packers. I don't know the other 2 teams he's looking at. I hope he realizes what Wisconsin has, done for him, as a person and a player, and growing up here, to give back to Wisconsin in a way that'd be really cool. But he's gonna be asking for a lot of money. I believe. He will not take a pay cut. I will just say that. He will not take a pay cut. But I do hope he comes to the Packers. I think he will, be a very big part of, maybe hopefully winning a Super Bowl. That would be great. But I don't know. One team I do not want him going to is Pittsburgh. I don't think Pittsburgh's on that list. If Pittsburgh's on that list, I'm going to be really pissed. But I hope he doesn't go to Pittsburgh. Another thing in sports, I heard that Aaron Rodgers is officially engaged to Woodley. I think that's her last name. Thing that I laugh about in that thing, great for him, being engaged officially. But man, she looks just like him. Like she looks just like Rogers. And I'm like looking at her and I look at him and I'm just like, okay, if I had to pick between her or Danica or Olivia Munn, I'd probably pick Danica, Olivia Munn, and then her. I don't think she's that attractive. Again, she looks like him. It's really creeps me out. I mean, maybe that's probably why he picked her. I don't know. The other thing is too, they've been apparently what he said that they were engaged for a while, which is kind of interesting. I did not know that, but apparently they've been together for a while. But I mean, again, I'm happy for him. But if I was him, and if him and Danica were still together, oof, great couple, great couple. I mean, who wouldn't want to go for GoDaddy sponsor Danica Patrick? Like, come on now, come on now. That's the thing. Um, Other thing in news too, about the Britney Spears documentary. I haven't seen it, but a lot of apologies from different people, like Justin Timberlake, for instance. I don't know what's all in that. It's really bizarre. I don't know what's going on with that as well. So that's very interesting as well. And another news too that I'm just like mind blown. I don't know what's going on with this. Is my old company. My old company, for instance. I wish them the best. What they're doing. That's if you guys don't know what my old company was, it's Foxconn. But the thing that really interesting is that they started out as a 10.5 factory to do screens. Well, of course, that never happened. So then they renegotiated. Well, then they wanted to go smaller, and then they wanted to do Google servers. Well, apparently that's not happening. What I'm hearing. And then now, supposedly, they want to do something with cars. And again, the thing I've realized about business, um, especially them. I mean, there's other businesses that have done it, but they've done it. But the thing with business, when you talk all this stuff, do something about it. Like actually do something. Like when you just talk in there and like, oh well, we're gonna do this or we're gonna do that, and then all of a sudden it's like you don't do anything. It's just like, well, why even bother? And the other thing is, um, Wisconsin's not happy of what's happening because again they're on the news. And I even told when I talked to my parents today, I asked them about it, and they're just kind of like, "Yeah, why is this happening?" I was just like, "I don't know. Good question. Good question." Um, it's like just a really, really bizarre, thing. Really bizarre thing. So, so we got some shots fired here. Kind of like the merch, right, KGB? Well, again, you're talking to a one-man show here. That's me. You're compared to a Fortune 500 company, which does a lot with their business. So that's the thing. They got money to do it. I have good money too. Obviously, I'm not saying I don't, but again, I'm a one-person business. They're all over the place. So that's another thing. So again, don't hate. Don't hate. That's not what we do on here. We respect other people. That's how we get places. Okay. Other thing too, we did. Well, again, the thing too with the deal is there's a lot of things too with that deal. Um, and it's not just the Democrats. It's not just the Democrats. Um, but the thing is, again, you look at Ohio. When they were in Ohio, if you guys have not seen this, in Ohio, they were supposed to do, um, all this stuff. Well, they left Ohio and they left, a factory. And the thing is, with the factory, nothing happened. But the thing is, I totally get where Walker was coming from. Bring all these jobs, but again, you don't want to be just giving them money and being like, oh, hey, like here's money, here's this. Yeah, I get. We need to. We want to do this, and believe me, it'd be great. But the thing is, we also don't want to get screwed over, and then all of a sudden, money's gone, people move, and it's just done game. Because that's kind of the thing what happened in Ohio supposedly with them too. So it's just like you got to play your ear. We just got to play by ear. So again, we got to see where everything goes with it. Maybe this might be the best thing that's happened. Who knows? If they can do it, great. I mean, it'd be a great thing to do. But again, I've heard a lot of things um, uh, with different things regarding people who are there gone, people who are going there, but most of the time I hear people are leaving there. So it's crazy. So again, we'll see. We'll see what happens with the company. We'll see what happens regarding it. But again, we're starting out a new year, 2021. One, I don't know how you guys feel, but I think they should just legalize marijuana. Um, and I'm not saying that to be, bad about it, but again, alcohol, I mean, look at, uh, no, what was it? Denver. I mean, they just legalized like a ton of drugs. Um, and the thing is, people are like, well, and that's the thing with, Wisconsin, we're so liberal. And um, I think that, with legalizing pot would be a huge success for money making. I think it would be huge. Again, there's some, things that I would not want to do. And it can be bad, like, somebody behind the wheel, super high would not be great. Well, again, you would have to, work around that. It's like, drinking and driving. So, I mean, look at, tobacco. If they got rid of tobacco, I mean, the money they would be losing. Same thing. Um, Same thing with alcohol, losing a lot of money. So I think they personally should legalize that. Wisconsin's going to be the last state to legalize marijuana. Sadly, to say it, they're going to be the last one. But it's really sad to hear about that. And I know our governor's trying to pass it, but a lot of the company that I used to work with, I hope the best for them. I hope that they can get through this. But who knows? There's a lot of things that people say and don't do, but there's things that change with different ideas that make it great. So again, I don't know what's going to happen with all that, but we'll have to play by ear. So we'll stop at about 35 minutes tonight, and then I am going to be going because I am tired. I have to work tomorrow at both jobs. I have to work at my job and then the ski hill. So it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. So, and it's so far, update on my job. I am loving it. I really like the job. I look back now on when I talked to you guys about maybe possibly moving to Cincinnati to work for this one company, TQL, and looking back at it now, it would have been a different experience to go somewhere else. But I feel like I wouldn't have been there that long. And two, I just wouldn't have felt the same. And also too, like there's been a lot of things going through my mind on so many different subjects. And then this will be the last thing. One, I was watching some car videos. I personally do miss the car scene. It was a fun scene. I haven't been in the car scene for a long time since my wagon blew up. I do miss it. I would like to get back in the car scene because it was really fun. A little bit of drama some places, but it was super fun. The other one I was thinking about again, I know a lot of people hate me for saying this, is, between Milwaukee or Wisconsin or Milwaukee and Chicago. How I wanted to move to Chicago and stuff like that. Looking at it now, I mean, I would still wouldn't mind moving there if anything would happen. But looking back at it now, I don't know if I could raise a family again, in Chicago. And I heard the taxes are ridiculous out in the burbs, because I know a couple people that come to the Hill that live there, and they're like, "Oh, it's ridiculous." And I don't know. It's more of a place where you're single and you want to go and do stuff and have fun. But I don't think it's a place to raise a family personally. And I heard the burbs they're nice. The burbs are nice, but if I wanted to go see a game, a sports game like a Cub game, I wouldn't want to take the subway there. I really wouldn't. I rather take like the Brewers, like take your car and tailgate and all that stuff. So that's the thing. There's a lot of different things going in my mind with that in a way as well. That's why I like Oconomowoc a lot. I like New Berlin. I like Sussex. Some places like that. So it's been something to think about. Yeah. Well, we're past 35 minutes, so I'm trying to think of anything else regarding anything. Growing my hair out still. That's another thing too. It's been 2 months now, so it's getting there. It's getting there. I like, the long hair. I talked to one of my friends who was at the ski hill yesterday. He has long hair, and he knows me by KGB too, and he's like, KGB. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, nothing much. You? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you. What are you doing? I'm like, growing my hair out. He's like, dope, bro, dope. And I'm just like, yeah. I want to see where it goes. I've had long hair before, but not really long hair. So I want to kind of grow out, see what it is. He's like, what do you want to do with it? I was like, I want to do a Matthew McConaughey style. He's like, okay, I see you, KGB. So again, I'm a little nervous growing it out, but I want to see where this goes. I'm really excited. So that should be interesting moving forward with that. But yeah, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else. So, but anyway, guys, I will let everyone know what happens this weekend regarding, take two, aka part two of what happens with Haley and the girls that I'm hanging out with. So I'll let everybody know about that. It probably is going to act the same thing, regarding everything. But I just want to let you know it was a success. I'm glad it worked. But again, I want to see where this goes again, part two. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys had a great Wednesday. Thank you for being on here with me. Like always, glad that, people will come on here, interact with me, talking about subjects, me talking about, what's going on in the world, life. Also, I forgot about this too. I totally forgot about this. There was Mars. If you guys didn't watch, NASA sent a robot to Mars to do data on, the planet. And I thought that was kind of cool too. So that was another thing I totally forgot to add in here. So that was another cool thing to say. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe, wear a mask, social distance, love everyone, be positive, but test negative. And also, I hear there is another shot on the way. This is a 1-dose shot instead of 2. So hopefully that is a great, another shot that we have in the United States. So, but anyway, guys, hope everyone has a great night, and I will see everybody on the next video for KGB Live. So, hope you guys have a great night, and peace.